South Africa's foreign policy objectives are often highly dependent on the country's military security objectives. And that's the view of the military advisor to the country's mission to the United Nations, speaking on the sidelines of a peacekeeping defense ministerial conference, which is currently underway in Vancouver, out in Canada. The conference is focused specifically on closing the existing gaps in the UN's 15 peacekeeping missions around the world, among them concerns around sexual exploitation and the abuse by the peacekeepers, the recruitment of children in conflict zones, as well as the expanded role of women as blue helmets.
They are sent to keep the peace in some of the most complicated conflict arenas the world has ever known, with almost 1,200 SANDF members currently serving in the MONUSCO mission in the DRC.
We have pledged men and women for MONUSCO, and all of them are doing very well. Understanding also of the political situation of Congo, South Africa, through political tools, is also doing an immense contribution through SADC. As you know, we are the chair now of SADC, with the recent initiatives also. But with CENI having proclaimed that end of this year, or 2018, the election will be there, entrusted also to what the SADC have said now. SADC is sending a high-level representation who will be stationed in the DRC to deepen the political work which has been done.
But cases of sexual exploitation and abuse against peacekeepers in different theatres has eroded the trust of the United Nations, while the Secretary-General introduced a voluntary compact for troop-contributing countries to sign onto in September.
It is still processing the document. There's a principal agreement of agreeing with the direction of what the Secretary-General is taking on the exploitation, on sexual exploitation and abuse. But you'll also recall that South Africa is being made now an example globally onto the deliberate stand which we have taken in the past, both legislatively but at an operational level. The total commitment from the political leadership in South Africa, the military leadership, no-nonsense stand on when those issues are concerned.
UN seeks to increase the role of women in peacekeeping, currently at less than 10% of military personnel deployed as blue helmets.
The importance of the role of women in peacekeeping has over the years enhanced, the understanding and deepened the understanding of how women get impacted on by any conflict situation. But the strengthening of the deployment units with a contingent or comprising of women as well has over the years seen a significant, not only decline, but a better understanding of how these conflict situations have a negative impact on women.
The UN is over the longer term seeking gender parity in peacekeeping deployments in all of its missions. Bryce-Pease, SABC News, Vancouver.